Yeah, I'm just listening to another old song that I rewrote from 2007. I rewrote about 10 of them so far this year again, from January until June or something. I rewrote another 10 songs, and each time I was trying to write a new song, and I even thought I was writing a new song each time. Thought I was writing a new song, but I couldn't remember my music from 2007. I couldn't remember it because I'd had it all stored onto one cassette, and of course, that cassette was stolen from me, and it had so many hours of music on it, that it would be impossible to remember it all. Here's another one. Here's another one that I wrote and shared in 2007. I just rewrote again this year. And, do you think that if I wrote that in 2007, do you think that I wanted to write it again 12 years later when I couldn't remember it? I wanted to write new songs. In fact, I've been trying to write new songs for like 10 years now. I've been trying to write songs for 10 years, but they stole hours and hours of my music, and I couldn't remember it. It was all together, and after they stole that cassette, I didn't want to remember my music because I didn't want to be too disturbed by hearing it on the radio or wherever it might end up, knowing that it was mine. I might have even deliberately forgotten it just to give me peace while the radio was playing. I may have even deliberately forgotten it. But, and I would have thought that when the time came that I got back into my music, that I would write new songs and move forward with new songs. But in our society, what they do is they rig your brain with some kind of gadget that forces you to write your old work if it's been stolen and you can't remember it. Now, you might think that that's a good protective measure, but it seems to me that it's wasted 12 years of my life now, when all I've been trying to do is write new work for 12 years, and all I ever end up doing is rewriting old work. It's just wasted my life. God, I don't want to spend the rest of my life writing things that they stole from me in 2007. I don't want to waste my whole life doing that. And I wish they wouldn't have put that implant in my brain sometimes. I wish they would have left my brain alone, because they had no intention of ever letting me have any success with my hits on the internet. All they wanted to do was steal my things and pass them around to make their jerks look talented, and to try to get people to spend more money on concert tickets by having more bands with more good songs. And I would have been better off if they didn't put that thing in my brain, I think, sometimes, because then, you see, then they could have broke my door down and cut my throat in 2007. But that's the flip side of this implant, is that everybody has it. Everyone has it. And when everyone has it, you can see how it might protect you, how it might be capable of protecting you from people, right? Because it can, if somebody's after me, it can protect me from them. If they have the same hardware in their head, then maybe it can protect me from them, physically protect me from them. I say I say that if you're gonna be so dirty and commit so much dirty fraud, like, why do you bother implanting the citizens with protection? Why do you bother? And does everyone know where this protection came from? It seems to me that it came from the death camps in World War II. It seems to me that this is how the Germans were planning on taking over the world and being the master race, by implanting everybody. This is evil technology. It seems to me that maybe when they found this, they should have just crushed it with a hammer where it stood, instead of bringing it back here and implanting all of our school children with it, and then trying to commit fraud afterwards. The reason why they committed so much fraud with my work is because they thought it would be physically impossible for me to rewrite it all, because there was so much of it. They knew that I would end up rewriting it, but they figured that they'd stolen so much of it that I wouldn't be able to rewrite it all, and at least they could get away with stealing a large portion of it. And this has now cost me 12 years of my life when I could have been writing new work all along. It's costing me years and years and years. And I don't even think I'm living my life anymore. I think this damn gadget in my brain is living my life, because I want to write new things. I want to write new comedy scripts, and I want to write new cartoons and new songs. I don't want to write old songs. I want to write new songs. So I'm not living my life. This fucking thing they stuck in my head is doing it for me. I think it's really evil what goes on in our world, how we treat our children in school. I think parents should even be ashamed sometimes. God, if you're not going to have any respect for an artist's copyright, if you're just going to try to commit fraud on a vast scale like this, there's no other reason you could be implanting school children than pure sadism. That's what I think. And God help this new generation that are getting implanted right now. God help them.